I wanted to bring her on as a special edition, especially because the children's shelter has been impacted by the snowstorm that recently impacted us, and I wanted to give her this platform as a special edition since we were booked all the way through April. And I wanted to bring her on a Sunday and give her this exposure and this platform to be able to share her journey, what she does. So, without waiting any more, let me bring Nesa. Hello, Nesa. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Like I said earlier, that I didn't need to give you a very long introduction. I wanted to just bring you on. I think right there, what you're doing, providing a shelter for teenage children who, because of whatever reason, might be looking for a place to either temporarily call home or use as a transition place, use as a place to heal. Having two teenagers myself, I think, you know.
Actually, I've always been a proponent of community service, and, it was never my intent to do this full time. I have a real estate background, and my intent was to kind of do that the rest of my life. And by happenstance, I really think that God put me in this position and led me to do this, and really kind of felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and brought me to Journey to Dream. I actually started there as the development officer, and the founder, Kim Finkel, saw something in me, and as she transitioned out of the CEO position, asked me to step into that role. And for the last 3 years, have been shepherding the team there, and have really kind of found our place in providing to these kids a transitional shelter. And what we do is we reach out to a population of kids that are at risk and need a place to find shelter and hope in their journey. And what a lot of people don't understand is there is a huge population of homeless kids, at-risk kids in our own community. And a lot of people don't understand that, because these kids are not on the streets with signs, and are just really a population that is hidden in plain sight. And so a lot of times they're invisible, or they're a forgotten population. And so what
Is
we
there
are
a similar pattern that you see, that some aspects of what they might be experiencing or going through, or PTSD or trauma or abuse, is there something which might be consistent throughout the children who leave their homes and walk into a shelter?
There's really not, like I said, there is no true pattern. All of our kids that are in our shelter have experienced some sort of trauma, but there's just really no common thread. Each one of them have experienced some kind of trauma, or some kind of just negative experience in their life. And we try to address that on an individual basis, and work with those kids to kind of either work through that trauma, or cope with it, or give them some skills so they can navigate through that. We work with them on an individual basis. They all receive counseling, and try to just understand the things that they have gone through, and try to work with them. And the most important thing is, like I said, we absolutely want to give them those life skills, but the most important thing to me is for them to understand that they are loved unconditionally when they are in this shelter, in this facility, and know that they are loved unconditionally, regardless of what their background. A lot of times they are void of that. They're void of that emotion, and that's the most important thing for me, is to know that the second that they walked in that door, is they are respected, and they're loved unconditionally.
And that right there, I think, it's such a essence of life for everyone, that unconditional love. And It's so crazy that everyone seems to be seeking that. I think that's such a common kind of denominator. Like one of the mottos of my show, where we say, let's just touch lives wherever we can. And I think that's what it is. If every individual in this world just believes that, hey, let's just touch even a single life, I think that right there would heal so many people.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. I would echo that. I guess what I would share with a child is that they're enough, regardless. And I would go back to our hashtag that all teens count, regardless of whatever, all teens count. So, and then I guess my message to the adults would be exactly what I said: is change a child, change a family, and you'll change the community.
Yeah.
I think I will stand on that.
Sounds perfect. Well, Nisa, I appreciate you being here. It was an honor and a privilege to be able to share your message, and wherever the word carries with the wind or with the flow of the universe, and we spread goodness in whatever way we can. I'm going to remove you from the stream, and I'm just going to end the show. Thank you for being here.